Recently surfaced party footage surprising video reveals strange conversations between Russell Branson and Diddy. Two contentious people has generated interest and questioned the storyline around both on social media. Famous people, how will this video affect their reputations? Will it shed light on their previous transgressions? As we go into this developing tale and scrutinize fresh party video of Diddy and Russell, the new video has surfaced, reviving curiosity in the relationship between Sean Diddy Combs and Russ Brand among the many memorable sightings of Diddy and Russell Brand together over the years. One stands out: this yearly event is known for its mandatory all-white attire and celebrity guests at Diddy's famed white party. Video from this event shows Diddy and the two stars interacting with a crowded guest list. Brand is shown engaged in a serious discussion, yet Brand's sense of humor brings a light-hearted element to the otherwise refined atmosphere. Diddy and the party's interaction at the White House showcases the way they harmonize their distinct personas. Brand, the clever comedian and wealthy music mogul, they effortlessly blended there. Another major milestone in their relationship was Diddy's participation in the film Get Him to the Greek, portrayal of a formidable music entrepreneur, with Brand returning to his role as the erratic rock artist Alice Snow in the background. Behind-the-scenes video footage shows that Diddy and Brand's connection extended beyond the silver screen. They showed their true friendship via sharing smiles, jokes, and humorous comments. Off-screen contributed to the already hilarious nature of their on-screen interactions during interviews and promotional events. Their connection became clearer as they carried on with their playful banter, enthralling viewers with their larger. Out of all the videos featuring celebrities from life, one of the most popular ones has Diddy and Russell Brand on board a private plane in this clip. The two of them seem to be heading to Sin City for a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity for Diddy to showcase his magnetic personality by introducing Brand as his close buddy, and as they enthusiastically discuss their travel plans, the obvious friendship between them becomes apparent. They make light of the impending thrills and the interesting people they could meet in Sin City. Watching these two people completely at ease with one another and savoring the moment is like watching a friendship documentary. Given the excitement of what's to come, these encounters between Russell Brand and Sean Diddy Combs, whether at a celebrity bashes on film sets or in Las Vegas, have captivated audiences and shown a one-of-a-kind bond between two guys renowned for their inflated public personas who discover areas of shared interest in there. It is evident from the many places and circumstances in which they have been portrayed that they have a strong bond based on shared humor and mutual respect. The link signifies more than just a passing fling. It reveals a genuine bond grounded in shared interests, a knack for having a good time, and an appreciation for one another's abilities. Their interactions showcase a special bond formed on a foundation of camaraderie based on humor and mutual respect. But what happens when these ideals collide with actual scandals? The disturbing realities of their life are mirrored in their on-screen personalities. Let's delve into the controversies involving P. Diddy. Jonah Hill and Russell Brand's upcoming troubles with Diddy. The 2010 comedy Get Him to the Greek has a stellar assemblage of Hollywood actors who have all endured issues that have arisen throughout the years, giving the picture a disturbingly prophetic quality when seen again today, establishing links between the plot of the film and the actors' actual scandals, including P. Diddy, whose stage name is Sean. Three significant characters in the film, Russell Brand, Jonah Hill, and the director, have all been in the middle of scandals. One of the most notable actors has been even more uncomfortable in their roles after the film's premiere, plays the role of Sergio Diddy, an obnoxious music boss, as portrayed by P. Diddy. Since his arrest on trafficking-related crimes has just occurred, his fixation on power and control has taken on a new significance. The stories about his alleged misbehavior and misconduct have sent shockwaves across Hollywood. Sergio yells out the name of a famed mansion party where many famous people used to go in one scene in light of the fact that the music industry is collapsing. This line, which was humorous in the film, has taken on a somber quality, particularly in light of one of the most awkward parts of the film featuring Diddy is his growing legal problems. Sergio gives a strange speech about mind as he's in a conflict with Aaron Green Jonah Hill. Aggressive game attempts to deceive or mislead with disturbing comments conduct, which, looking back, virtually predicts the type of dictatorial character eventually linked to Diddy's persona outside of scandal. Many viewers are forced to question whether art somehow mimics reality after his latest scandal. The film's lead actor, Russell Brand, who plays the role of narcissistic rock star Aldous Snow, also conveys a feeling of Brand's background reflects in Aldous' chaotic and self-destructive behavior, which adds a dark irony to his character. However, there is one moment touches a sensitive and uncomfortable chord after the actor's recent claims, Aldous. His tone softens as he says, "I'm only kidding, Mummy. I love you. I'm your special little." He then changes back to criticizing his mother. The unsettling depiction of a manipulating manchild and soldier in ire hits close to home. Also in 2023, a lady accused Brand of sexually abusing her when she was just at the age of 16. A lady named Alice said that the Brand had devalued her profession. Brand disputes the accusations, but he does see similarities between his daughter and his small toy. The character's actions and these actual accusations make it difficult to overlook one of the film's subplots involving Jackie Q, who played by Rose Byrne, Alice's on-screen co-star. After a heated exchange, she implores Aldous to cease his actions, prompting Aldous to bring up the issue of injustice in a really immature manner, even if the scenario could have been intended to emphasize Alice is accused of crossing the line into immaturity. It now seems uncannily indicative of the power relationships involved. The line between fact and fiction becomes more porous as scenes like this become more relatable than they were during the film's original premiered in July 2023. Jonah Hill, who plays Aaron Green, has also been embroiled in controversy. Hill was accused of emotional wrongdoing by his ex-girlfriend Sarah Brady, who sent private chats in which Hill reportedly prohibited her from engaging in certain activities, such as surfing with guys or posting some kinds of around the internet. And although the film itself doesn't explicitly address these claims, there are moments when ain't at one point. The guy exhibits this behavior when Aurora scolds his lover Dhne, a nurse, over the phone, displaying behaviors indicative of deceit and dishonesty. When they see these events in light of Hill's recent scandal, ultimately, it brings an unsettling dimension to the character's behavior throughout the film. Seems like more than simply a slapstick comedy. The film's humor, which was originally completely wild, has become darker as unsettling ties between the film and the off-screen have surfaced due to the real-life scandals involving its actors. It's a remarkable illustration of how art may inadvertently mirror the lives of Russell Brand, Jonah Hill, P. Diddy, and others. Most terrifying as truths, the disturbing parallels between the film's plot and actual life. How were P. Diddy, Russell Brand, and Jonah Hill's off-screen dynamics impacted by their controversies? What might Russell's memories of his time spent with Diddy teach us about their relationship and the events they shared? Join us as we delve into these fascinating revelations, after which Russell Brand will impose. Russell Brand reminisced about his time spent on vacation with Sean Diddy in an interview that leaked in 2010. Brand revealed an intriguing anecdote about Diddy's time in Greece while making their movie Get Him to the Greek. Brand's May 2010 interview, in which he discussed his forced holiday to Sin City, brought to light Brand's first-hand knowledge of the rapper and music mogul's career that reveals a mix of adoration and anxiety over their collaboration. Brand started off by saying that he had never heard of Diddy before, but that he immediately recognized the rapper's intensity. "He introduced me to Diddy, who took care of me and even brought me on a forced vacation to Las Vegas." Brand's decision, he claimed. Dialogue was unusual, suggesting a mix of appreciation and uneasiness. He obviously respected Diddy for recognizing his. He had the belief that Diddy's impact and strength sprang from his modest origins, as reported by the brand's representatives. A certain intensity is typically carried by those who start with little and attain such immense success, as the British actor who went on to mention that you're not interested in doing anything, but Diddy really wants you to. And that Diddy's influence made it impossible for you to resist. That's incredibly difficult to resist doing that, but you end up doing it nevertheless because you're afraid of upsetting Brand. Remark demonstrated the extent to which Diddy's persuasiveness could make it difficult for people to reject his demands. Regardless, it was evident that this brand had strong feelings for Diddy, but he also acknowledged his influence. Brand said that he felt some pressure throughout their meetings and that he was worried about how pleasant he was concerned that Diddy's amiability may cause her to ask him for too many favors, which my concern is that Brand would be unable to resist asking you for several favors, and you would feel obligated to comply. According to Brand, the term pressure implies that there were expectations in his relationship with Diddy, and Brand seems wary of being caught up in a situation where he couldn't stand up for himself. "I don't want to be nobody's," he said. Not even Diddy's puppet, the comedians, could hide the fact that the puppet Brand made the statement, "I work too hard in life," saw Diddy's magnetic personality and made the observation that he had an influencing quality that may be deceiving. He's a little like the mind control guy, very influential, but he makes you doubt your own judgments. Paying homage to Diddy's persuasive power, but also enjoying the light-heartedness of their encounters, I found this interview rather intriguing, but I was still worried that Diddy would want for too much. Came back just as both men are embroiled in major legal battles. Diddy, now 54 years old, is coping with one of them. Charges including alleged wrongdoing and trafficking, to which he has entered not guilty pleas. A great deal of focus, and these grave accusations have cast a shadow over the rapper's once strong and spectacular reputation. While this is happening, Brand is facing allegations of his own, which he has denied. Strongly disagrees that the timing of the court disputes involving these two prominent persons has brought further perspective. Even though Brand and Diddy had a great time in Sin City, it's evident from his previous remarks that despite the light-heartedness and their previous encounters, the men's reputations have now suffered, casting a shadow over them. Russell Brand's respect for Diddy is evident, but the strain in their relationship is also palpable. What happens when the amusing fads go away and serious charges pop up? How do these setbacks affect their intricate bond? What comes next in Diddy's and Russell Brand's relationship? Russell Brand and Shay Diddy Cole are in a relationship. Intriguing one that blends very personal experiences with professional teamwork. It all began in a resurfaced interview that took place during their time working together on the comedy flick Get Him to the Greek 2010. In 2010, the brand painted an image of Diddy as a guy who had risen from humble beginnings by discussing his commanding presence. It traces his rise from obscurity to prominence as a major player in the entertainment world. He playfully reminisced about a specific incident when Diddy's charismatic nature made it difficult to refuse him. Sent him to Sin City for what he dubbed an imposed vacation. What started off as a rejuvenating getaway ended up becoming Brand, who thought he had no option but to comply with Diddy's demands, experienced something far more severe as a major turning point in their relationship. The Vegas trip is in the works. The brand has discussed the combination of his feelings at this retreat conveyed a mix of respect and apprehension for Diddy's commanding presence, as he considered Diddy to be an engaging and enjoyable person to hang around with, but he also felt pressured to do what Diddy wanted. Not based on anything Diddy stated directly, but on the immense effect he had on the brand, it was difficult for him to express his own wishes since he couldn't risk offending someone as powerful as Diddy. Despite these challenging times, the brand has been quite complimentary of Diddy in interviews, and he has said that Brand saw a mirror of Diddy's caring nature in the way he took care of him, which was a little much but ultimately necessary. Regarding their connection, it is evident that there is a blend of admiration and nervousness. He even made a joke about how Diddy may anticipate him he has always taken pride in his hard-working employees, and he has never felt comfortable using the word servant. He valued autonomy and was wary of being assimilated into the Diddy shadow comedy brand because of this. His exchanges with Diddy reveal the depth of their friendship, even if he evidently found parts of Diddy's behavior perturbing. Warmth and affection were also felt for the guy who had worked tirelessly to reach his current position. Their time spent together was so intensive that it laid the groundwork for a relationship that Brand remembers with a combination of the brand admires Diddy's big presence. And it's exciting to think about how someone may manage their admiration and frustration. Diddy is presently struggling with the hard reality of life in federal prison in Brooklyn, where he has been embroiled in significant legal difficulties due to his influence. Shy Diddy Combs is now doing time in prison. In our next segment, we will go into the specifics of his case and its consequences. Now housed in the notoriously harsh Metropolitan Detention Center (MDC) in Brooklyn, Diddy has a history of lengthy stays in this federal prison due to the seriousness of the accusations that led to his imprisonment. Hell on earth. According to many, this portrayal emphasizes the sad truth that the MDC is the only government facility situated in an industrial neighborhood of Brooklyn, and its circumstances are less than optimal. Prison in New York City, and it has been dealing with serious problems ever since it first opened its doors in the 1990s. Diddy has it tough in the prison because of the congestion and filth, which many convicts have complained about. Frequent lockdowns that limit the mobility of prisoners contribute to their worries on the condition of their living conditions. Lockdowns make it harder to get to basic necessities like bathing, exercise, and food, adding to the everyday challenges people endure. Unexpected visits from loved ones. These lockdowns are often the result of a serious problem, a lack of personnel. Prisoner safety has been a major issue at the MDC due to insufficient oversight. Adding stress to daily operations at the MDC, reports detail a host of concerning problems, rules, and accusations have appeared suggesting that some employees may have engaged in tragically. The MDC has seen several fatalities throughout the years due to contraband being smuggled into the jail, highlighting the risks that inmates face due to the jail's outdated and poorly maintained infrastructure, which includes such like hazardous circumstances, such as disintegrating concrete, frigid winter temperatures, and faulty cells. On the grounds that it cannot provide a secure or humane environment, courts have even refused to transfer prisoners to the MDC. The level of medical treatment that prisoners get at the MDC is another major issue, as several individuals have voiced their concerns. Disappointment with the amount of time it takes to get medical treatment, which may worsen existing health problems and cause major problems. The medical unit at the MDC often does not have the personnel and resources to provide sufficient for the convicts. This lack of medical treatment has been a divisive topic in Diddy's case law. His attorneys contend that his health is suffering because to the inhumane circumstances at the MDC, and thus Diddy's legal team is working tirelessly to get him out from jail on bond. They've even suggested some alternatives, like letting him remain in his $48 million Miami Beach estate while under house detention with GPS monitoring but the judge has rejected their petitions. Citing the gravity of the allegations against his defense, cited Diddy's criminal history and the possibility that he tampered with witnesses as grounds to put him in prison. The group emphasizes the tragic circumstances at the MDC, calling them as a cause for immediate concern. Diddy must be sent to a more secure location immediately since he is still subjected to the dangerous circumstances as he awaits trial. His predicament, which is shared by several other prisoners, highlights systemic problems in the federal prison system. Because of Diddy's fame, the media has paid a lot of attention to the disturbing truths at the MDC. The larger ramifications of his predicament and the ongoing conversations around his case, it's time for the prison system to undergo some serious reforms. Diddy, LeBron James, Shaquille O'Neal, and other prominent figures in the entertainment industry may unveil a whole new world of celebrity culture with exclusive party video including Diddy, LeBron James, and Shaq shakes things up. So let's look into the photos that have gone viral, igniting conspiracy theories and a conundrum around the true nature of certain prominent gatherings. What's happening behind the scenes with Sean Diddy's connection with Shaquille O'Neal, and among these three legends, LeBron James has piqued the interest of sports and entertainment lovers alike. With backgrounds in fields as diverse as business, athletics, and music have been photographed together at a number of high-profile occasions, prompting discussions over the strength of their relationship throughout the years from Diddy's star-studded parties. Photos of Shaq and LeBron have made their way to the most prestigious business events. During NBA All-Star weekends, their mutual regard and appreciation for one another is palpable. One example is when Shakira and LeBron were guests at one of Diddy's expensive parties. The Hamptons were known for their elite white parties, which were a visual. Symbolizes the degree to which NBA superstar LeBron James's world of music and celebrity culture was interwoven with Diddy's. Both Shaq and Diddy have been quite complimentary of Diddy's work in interviews, both musically and professionally. Entrepreneurial spirit, shown by Diddy's shift from rapper to business tycoon, has inspired other figures in the entertainment industry, whereas LeBron has always expressed reverence for Diddy's legacy. Often appearing, the public views the friendship of these trio as one characterized by sharing laughs and good times at these celebrity gatherings. Prompted by the continual dissemination of their pictures on social media and at significant events in 2023, they were during a charity event hosted by the NBA, further establishing on the view that their friendship goes beyond casual meeting during LeBron's 30th birthday party. The two developed an authentic bond during a celebrity rendezvous, during Diddy's birthday bash, where Shaq made an appearance. Fans have come to appreciate the way their friendship combines the realms of athletics and entertainment in these instances. The importance of a friendship goes beyond just going to parties. It also involves fostering mutual appreciation for one another's. Diddy, who has amassed a vast fortune in the music, fashion and spirits industries, is widely seen as a role model for younger athletes like LeBron James. Shaq's bigger, his easygoing demeanor and comic timing make him a perfect addition to any ensemble, and he fits right in with this trio of buddies. Diddy's extravagant manner of living has long been a talking point, and this has unavoidably including members of his personal circle. His grand events included not only do music artists and sportsmen like Shaq and others attend the annual White Party, which is renowned in Hollywood for its extravagant events. It's not just a party. LeBron, these gatherings are also great places to meet people and make business connections. As the realms of entertainment and athletics converge, friendships are strengthened, and the glitz and glamour of both. It seems that the alliance has also brought much public attention. Particularly with Diddy's, LeBron and Shaq have maintained their consistent public appearances despite the latest issues, demonstrating to the music mogul that their relationship transcends any short-term media narrative. The extent to which their connection refers only to friendship, and to what extent does the integration of pleasure and business in their lives impact this? Even though trio is under growing media scrutiny, particularly due to the persistent rumors, they continue to make public appearances. While discussing Diddy, it is impossible to avoid bringing up his infamous parties, even while discussing his legal battles. These events have come to represent the pinnacle of opulence and exclusivity in the industry. Celebrities, sports, singers, and actresses all on the same guest list. Enter Diddy's sphere of influence, where his gatherings have become cultural touchstones in the music and celebrity industries. From his infamous white parties in the 90s to his increasingly frequented soirees in, LeBron James and his entourage never fail to turn heads at lavish events like the Hamptons or little after-show parties. Consistent appearances by Shaquille O'Neal further muddy the waters between the NBA and the music business. Ain't no party like a Diddy party. LeBron's if mistake has only served to heighten the air of mystery about these get-togethers is palpable. After all, as everyone knows, there's no party quite like a Diddy party. Even while these celebrations are notorious for their extravagant spending, the media has also taken notice of who is sometimes all it takes to ignite a scandal at one of Diddy's gatherings, regardless of who shows up or what happens behind the scenes. Internet chatter on the dynamics of their relationships and the impact of LeBron's statement on them was captured by both fans and media outlets during an Instagram live session, often being used to propose that the media has long been captivated by the idea of a deeper relationship between Diddy and his personal life than what may truly exist. Celebrities like Beyoncé's, Jay-Z, and of course, LeBron James are regulars at Diddy's events. Having Shay as a guest at these events typically makes news in and of itself. The subject of what really occurs at these concerts has arisen in light of Diddy's current legal issues. Returning to Core TV Live, we are keeping tabs on fresh developments in the hip case, which has become a contentious topic. New York City hip-hop entrepreneur P. Diddy Coles is now facing RICO accusations And the media is always guessing as to what happens at these private parties, but the reality is that Diddy's gatherings is about more than just the drama. It's also about the relationships and transactions that superstars like LeBron and Shaq are able to deepen their friendships outside of basketball by going to these events. Diddy's allure-inducing events have a lasting impression on other industries because to the media's constant coverage of them. How will the current buzz about those events shape people's impressions of them, and what does this all mean? The way LeBron and Shaq handle their responsibilities in these crucial speculation in the media has been building up about the relationship between Shaquille O'Neal, LeBron James, and Shaggy. Has been a hot topic after their public relationship, which has sparked several conspiracy theories on the internet. These reports about Diddy's legal problems weave a complicated web that combines real-life incidents with unsubstantiated assertions. LeBron's involvement is the most pervasive conspiracy theory about the suspicions surrounding their relationship. A video showing LeBron James stating, "Ain't no party like a Diddy party" emerged in recent years in relation to Diddy's infamous events, is now the subject of heated debates on the internet over this apparently innocuous video. Already being rethought as a possible indication of LeBron's possible participation in the affairs surrounding Diddy's tense social events, there is no hard proof linking LeBron to wrongdoing, and the internet's relentless because of people's insatiable curiosity. What started as a simple comment has grown into something far bigger in online groups. Iracy theorists take it a notch further by suggesting that Diddy's parties are about more than simply attending as a star. Assert that other prominent persons, including LeBron, have been up at these events to partake in dubious acts in spite of the absence of solid evidence. These theories have propagated at a dizzying rate. Twitter and Reddit have made it easy for people to criticize Diddy's controversial lifestyle, which often involves. Shaquille O'Neal has mostly maintained his status with famous people like LeBron James and Shaq because of their affiliation with him. Out of the spotlight, but he's still not totally safe from the speculations because to his friendships with Diddy and LeBron. From time to time, Shaq has been dragged into internet rumors, even though the former NBA player has not been personally engaged in any of Diddy's legal disputes. His apparent lack of engagement has been read in two ways. First, that he's only trying to keep his personal life private. But others think his connections to Diddy and LeBron might suggest despite this, Shaq's silence on the matter of his romance with Diddy is more noticeable than LeBron's, is often overlooked despite attending several events and parties with LeBron. This might be because Shaq has been able to evade the prying eyes of the media because to his larger-than-life public persona. Vital component in the propagation of these hypotheses is the manner in which online culture flourishes on conjecture. The moment a speculation about LeBron James's relationship with a controversial figure takes center stage whenever he is seen in the company of such person. They've never been anything more than guests at Diddy's parties, but that hasn't stopped rumors from running rampant. Caught up in the rumors surrounding these private events and any real misconduct that may have occurred, how could their public and private relationships come under increasing scrutiny? LeBron and Shaq must manage their reputations. Between 2023 and 2024, Diddy's legal troubles have not only taken center stage, not only made news, but he also had a major influence on how people saw him and the people around him, such as LeBron James and the late Shaquille O'Neal, a successful businessman and rapper, was highly regarded for his in the wake of widespread scrutiny over his alleged wrongdoing. His career in music and entrepreneurship is facing an uphill struggle. Focusing on LeBron and Shaq, some have noticed that despite their lack of wrongdoing, their close relationship with Diddy has led them to wonder why they remained silent in 2023, when Diddy was the target of many lawsuits and charges that sparked widespread media attention. With the emphasis mainly on his suspected complicity in planning unsuitable conduct at private events. Nonetheless, although these accusations are still being investigated, they have considerably harmed Diddy's reputation with every new revelation that appears to put him and his associates under further scrutiny. His connections and friends in the entertainment industry. Even if Shaq and LeBron James face serious legal issues, LeBron's apparent lack of communication has raised eyebrows for quite some time. In the past, he had a relationship with Diddy and would often attend events that Diddy held. Therefore, there are certain fans and media members that want to. One of the most noticeable results of Diddy's legal problems has been that many have started to doubt the authenticity of their relationship. Celebrities who formerly boasted about their acquaintance with Trump are now under intense public scrutiny. LeBron and Diddy have been conspicuously silent since the charges surfaced. Even though we live in a public, famous people are often pressed for comments on a wide range of topics, including personal scandals and societal justice. When they remain silent, it might be seen as a cover-up or an effort to deflect criticism. LeBron's people are talking online about if he's trying to distance himself from Diddy or whether he's just choosing not to remark. Some social media commenters have speculated that LeBron has seen more than what's apparent in their connection. Must carefully avoid being associated with scandal. Shaq, while yet being loyal to a buddy on the other side, he has kept up his public image despite often appearing at events with Diddy. Perhaps because of his carefully built media persona, which avoids controversy, his quiet has attracted less notice. Debate continues as probes into Diddy's behavior advance. Including both Shaq, it could become more and more difficult for LeBron to sit on the bench when he and Shaq ultimately face off. Would they decide to speak out as Diddy fights the legal battles? Or will they keep their distance and safeguard their own? How much longer can they avoid the spotlight before their admirers and media compel them to respond? Shaquille O'Neal and LeBron James have not publicly addressed the issue. Despite their regular appearances with Diddy, both players have a history of warmly commenting on their friends' rising profile in the media. Although Diddy is enjoying himself and all that he has accomplished in the entertainment industry, despite his ongoing legal issues became a big deal in the media around the end of 2023, and as 2024 progressed, their relative quiet escalated. Because LeBron has been silent on the subject, many are wondering whether he is trying to put some space between himself and the situation, himself out of the scandal. Political analysts like Candace Owens have supported this storyline by implying that both fans and media outlets have questioned LeBron's strategy in remaining silent on the matter. Why hasn't Shaquille O'Neal, who is just as vocal about social issues as LeBron, been silent during this controversy? Shaq, who is well known to be friends with Diddy, has been remarkably quiet on the troubles involving him, despite has protected himself via his public persona by attending a plethora of events with Diddy, including his high-profile parties. LeBron's career in sports and beyond has been the subject of considerable scrutiny. He has become a popular character in the entertainment industry, and his media approach has always focused on avoiding unneeded controversy. By thus far, Shaq has managed to keep out of the contract, but it's still up in the air if Diddy's legal issue becomes worse, media attention will remain muted. Center on the fact that Shaq and LeBron have remained silent throughout the many scandals involving their respective celebrity teams, are often anticipated to make public remarks to clarify their position, disavow accusations, or prove it. The fact that these sportsmen have remained silent has sparked conjecture, with some questioning if their bond with Diddy goes beyond what is immediately apparent. And this understated tactic might shield them from there will be an instant response, but people will start to doubt their intentions if they don't say anything. Professionals in the field think that Shaq and LeBron will have no choice but to how much longer can LeBron and Shaq delay speaking out about the issue before it stains their reputations? Would people see their previous good comments about Diddy differently in the future, before they feel compelled to react to public pressure? LeBron James and Shaquille O'Neal have remained silent in the face of his continuing legal issues. It seems like the claims against Diddy are part of a deliberate public relations campaign. When it comes to famous people, public opinion matters much, particularly when speaking on sensitive topics, because problems may sometimes do more damage than good. Public relations professionals have noted that in situations such as Diddy's, when serious charges are being made and legal processes are being carried out, it is often the celebs like Shaq and LeBron James know that the best way to stay in the limelight is to make as much by keeping their distance from the debate and refraining from making direct comments. They lessen the likelihood that they, in order to protect their reputations for prominent individuals. Even a mere association with Diddy's legal issues phrase has several possible interpretations, each of which might cause unexpected. A large number of famous people have utilized the tactic of dissed in through silence to avoid negative publicity in the past. Example, in 2017, when actor Kevin Spacey was the target of legal allegations, a number of his close associates and other Hollywood colleagues stayed mute to prevent any public remarks in a similar vein. Celebrities like Ben during the Me Too campaign, some of Affleck's critics finally spoke out about the issues surrounding close associates after they had previously remained silent. Their LeBron and Shaq-related silences, accompanied by well-worded replies, choice to remain quiet is consistent with these other instances. The two sportsmen probably are trying to escape the limelight since it would be detrimental to their already successful professions and companies. Outside the realm of basketball, being silent in this instance enables them to evade scandal without taking a clear public stand. For celebrities like LeBron, and public relations tactics like these used by Shaq aim to shield their public personas from criticism by ensuring that they remain silent. By remaining silent, they lessen the likelihood of being further linked to the inquiry involving Diddy, show that they are not involved, but are instead trying to protect their own reputations from harm during a delicate situation. At the moment, Shaquille O'Neal and LeBron James have remained silent in response to Diddy's lawsuit problems, and how may this strategic distancing influence their relationships and jobs in the long run? Particularly when it comes to the continuous scandals surrounding Diddy, are expected to have their impact magnified by the public and media. His relationships with prominent athletes like Shaquille O'Neal and LeBron James, in the long run, the public and media have been following Diddy's legal issues closely, even though the players have been relatively quiet about them. Curiosity about their ties to him might eventually compel them to discuss the matter with the media's coverage of Diddy's. LeBron and Shaq are already under a lot of stress due to their legal issues, and they have only begun to navigate their Shaq's notable career and LeBron's continued participation in the NBA. The public and media's demands for closer scrutiny of sports commentators' ties to Diddy might lead to more trouble for them. Honesty. LeBron has been known as a player who is socially aware, often voicing his opinions on social and political concerns. This lack of comment about Diddy's case stands in contrast to his customary frankness, which may eventually draw public disapproval. The dispute has kept Shaq relatively low profile, however. Nevertheless, he can also be asked about it because of his prominent role in the media as both a pundit and a businessman. When the situation becomes worse, the athletes' reputations are on the line, thus they need to tread cautiously in these waters. Diddy's relationship with LeBron and Shaq might potentially be in jeopardy in the future, even if there has been no formal, notwithstanding LeBron's decision to unfollow Diddy on social media while the court battles go on. The public's perception of these friendships might cause the two sportsmen to put more space between themselves and each other in order to prevent being involved in any unfavorable repercussions. In contrast, should Diddy succeed in clearing his reputation, or should the public's attention moves away from these scandals, their connections may be able to weather the storm. However, this is very dependent based on the developments in the legal position in the future months. There may be a growing demand from the public for what LeBron and Shaq will do or say next regarding their spat with Diddy. As long as the scandals keep making news, staying quiet will become more difficult for them. The way they manage to avoid criticism in the long run will determine the fate of their jobs and reputations. Get through this challenging scenario, move ahead, and in the end, Diddy, LeBron, and both Shaq and any future public appearances they make together will undoubtedly under more scrutiny. The FBI has reportedly released new information that might prove Jennifer Lopez's relationship with Diddy is real, in light of his previous recent arrest, combined with shocking allegations, and the resurgence of debates surrounding admirers are left bewildered by their turbulent past, which has the internet abuzz with conjecture. Pondering the implications of this romance for the two celebrities and the audience they want to reach, identities, do these ties provide light on Diddy's present legal issues? Or are they just a reminiscence of a different time, white parties, and the unveiling of Diddy's roster? famous person in the music industry in the 2000s who worked with A-listers like Mary J. Blige, Usher, and Jennifer Lopez. Diddy is recognized for his opulent lifestyle in addition to his music career. White parties, which were the most popular gatherings for A-listers from 1998 to 2009, were unfortunately, it all began in the Hamptons and progressed to more opulent locales like Beverly Hills and Saint-Tropez. Was classic in its simplicity. In it, all attendees wore white and the decor mirrored the color scheme. In 2006, he told Oprah that the clothing code was an attempt to eliminate his events brought together long-lost friends and made everyone feel welcome. Diddy thought these get-togethers helped bring together wealthy New Yorkers and music artists in a fun and exciting way. Despite generational and racial divides, the first white party was held on September 7th, the weekend of Labor Day. In 1998, at Diddy's New Hamptons house, there was a laid-back cookout with around 200 attendees. The guest list included stunning, showcasing a mashup of Harlem socialites, celebrities like Leonardo DiCaprio, and the final white party took place in Beverly Hills on July 4, 2009, and was co-hosted by Ashton Kutcher. Attracting famous faces like Khloe Kardashian, the event doubled as a benefit for Malaria Noor. Whether you were a fan or not, I believe everyone could relate to Kardashian and Nicole Scherzinger. Though he may have served as an inspiration to you, Diddy is now the subject of serious accusations. Regarding matters pertaining to racketeering and trafficking, several individuals are reflecting on the glitzy portrayal of these renowned white events from a different point of view. In addition to what is ostensibly an official guest list from Diddy's, the arrest of a user-identified one on October 3rd caused white parties to become viral on X. They finally dropped the PD list, which is awesome since all of the members are going to prison. The post included a dossier that named a number of politicians and celebrities, swiftly obtaining the Jay-Z, Beyoncé, Jennifer Lopez, Kanye West, and others were among the notable names that caught the eye of many people. Naomi Campbell, Kim Kardashian, Mary J. Blige, Leonardo Serena Williams, Jada Pinkett Smith, and Leonardo DiCaprio were among the other noteworthy individuals listed. Lenny Kravitz, Snoop Dogg, Chris Rock, Oprah Winfrey, Malone, Lewis Hamilton, and Snoop Dogg among the more unexpected are Dr. Giddy, Diplo, and Sadie, as well as Prince Harry. Names included Mark Wahlberg, Princess Betharic, and Vice President Kamala Harris, among others Miguel Normani Raimi, John Kai, Deval Patrick, and Eugene of York. According to the document, 107 names were included in the tweet that featured this list. Rapidly amassed approximately 3 million views, demonstrating the rapid dissemination of knowledge. Made its way across social media platforms, the paper seemed persuasive at first sight, yet importantly, it is not real. Rather, an anonymous someone, whether for fun or malicious intent, compiled this phony list. Start a tense situation, but it quickly turned into a more serious subject. There is a notation next to Jennifer Lopez's name that says Jennifer Lopez, who is even after they broke up. Jennifer Lopez continued to be a regular visitor at Diddy's gatherings. Were a highly publicized couple in the late 90s. Their relationship, which lasted from 1999 to 2001, was in the news constantly. Particularly in the aftermath of the notorious nightclub massacre of 1999.